Hi everybody, and welcome to another KGS unboxing video. Today we've got something special. We've got Fireball Island.
Fireball Island, we're going back.
Yeah, the Curse of Vul-Kar. And today I have Rich Meacher with us.
Hello everybody.
Rich, this game holds kind of a special place in your heart. You used to play the original when you were a kid.
All the time. My brother and I, when we were kids, trying to get that jewel off that island all the time, failing all the time. It was great. Love this game.
And if you're not familiar with this game, we're gonna open up and show you. But it had this great mechanism where you actually dropped marbles down, and they would run through the board and knock your pieces.
Knock your pieces right off the board. So, it was great.
So without further ado, let's jump in. And this game has been re-released and sort of redone by Restoration Games, and they sort of have a history of taking games that were popular back in the day and then sort of redoing them. So it's pretty cool. And this one, I know when you heard we got this, you were very excited.
Yeah, very excited about this one.
All right, and this thing is pretty huge. Actually, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna need all the table space we have.
Yeah, I believe they say they almost doubled the size of the original board.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they did. So it's this nice light sort of plastic, and it comes in, I think, 3 sections.
Looks like 3 sections.
And actually, I think this is that section, and then. Oh, this must sit right on top of it. Oh, I see how this works.
Yep, it's gonna sit like a big island.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Gotta give the marbles a path to roll down.
All right, so this is the big map here, and this is pretty, this is pretty big.
Yeah, this is huge.
And we've got some cards here, and I believe now were there cards in the original game?
There was. I believe you drew off a deck in order to move your character a certain number of spaces on the board.
Gotcha.
I believe they went a lot further with this game now. They've added a lot more elements to it, so definitely excited to see what they've done.
Because I don't think they didn't have like actions and stuff, right, or anything.
No, it was pretty simple. You ran up the path, whatever number the card said, if I recall correctly, and you had different paths you can try to choose. Hidden tunnels and things you can try to sneak around in. And I think they kept most of the elements here, but now they've added a lot more as far as collecting items and stuff, whereas before it was kind of like, go get the big jewel at the top and get back to the helipad.
Because I'm sure some of those games, like, somebody would just get those lucky cards or whatever, they'd run up, grab it, and then leave, and then the game would be over.
Yep, and you couldn't get the marble down on them in time.
And then it's got some great plastic pieces. And we've got little palm trees and
palm trees.
And bridges. We've got these cool bridges that go different places.
Yeah, there were a couple bridges in the original game, if memory serves me correctly. But one element I'm actually really looking forward to on this one is the palm trees. When you actually place them, I'm not going to be able to put this together correctly here. Well, there you go. But they actually have these barriers.
These were not in the first.
No, they were not in the first one.
So they have these little
barriers,
like,
so you can redirect the marble away from your guys and towards opponents. So I'm kind of curious to see how they change, or implement that in the game itself.
Yeah, and these go all over the island, and then there's these little bridges, and it's really fun to see. We get like little people and stuff, and there's a ladder too. I forgot about that. There's a ladder.
Yeah,
where does the ladder go? Well, the ladder goes over here, right?
Yeah, I think the ladder comes right over here. Yeah.
How does that?
It just kind of it kind of barely floats up there.
Oh, it must go like this because you have a
right.
Piece
you don't have
on
your piece on there, so the guy can get knocked down.
Piece, so, and now this is 4 players, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. This core game is 4 players, and I believe there's an expansion that adds a 5th player.
That's right, and they also came out with several expansions.
Several expansions. Yeah.
One includes an old pirate ship.
An old pirate ship
that you can jump the marbles. So.
And the other one adds an element of add more treasures, but it also adds like bee marbles or something to that effect. So it adds more marbles and more ways of getting your characters knocked out.
So then we have
wild animal. I think it was a wild animal or a tiger or something like that too.
Oh, that's interesting. So then we have Vul-Kar.
Vul-Kar. There he is.
So this is Vul-Kar, and he sits up here. And now where does the gem go? The gem goes...
Gem just sits right up.
That's right.
Right up in the hole here.
And it's got, the components are really great, and they're very thematic. You know, if you look at that die, it's very, you know, sort of translucent, almost like lava. The, you know, the gem is really nice.
Yep.
And that sits right there. And then the marbles, and now there's 2 different colored marbles. There's red and there's orange.
Yeah, red I believe is going to be for Vul-Kar himself. Mm-hmm. Then all the orange marbles are actually placed on the board. I'm not 100% positive, but I believe they're just going to be... There's little fireball markers.
Yep.
And they sit there, so...
And that's... Whoa.
Oh, bye, marble. Welcome to the fun part of the game. Finding all the marbles later.
Yeah, I know my kids will probably have a blast with this. But
the idea is you roll the red marbles down, and as it's going down, it shakes loose these other ones and just causes cascade effects, which is great.
So let's give it a try. Now in the actual game, we're not going to go over the rules. We are going to have a separate video where we do a playthrough and talk about that. But now in the game, when it's your turn, I believe you have the option of turning either a palm tree or Vul-Kar one click, you know, left or right. And there's different, there's 3 different paths that that the marble, or actually, no, there's more.
No, there's more. There's some on the backside as well.
Yeah, there's 5, I think. But it'll only come out 3 in front of Vul-Kar. So you sort of have to...
And there we go.
You know what this game reminds me a little bit of is Mousetrap. When you're trying to set up the Mousetrap and everything.
Then you trigger it before the game even starts, and you're like, ah.
Yeah. So, all right, so let's try this. So we're just going to... Oh.
Yep, and there goes another marble. 2 down. 2 down, 4 to go.
Here we go. We're going to drop this in and see what happens.
Yep. So now the idea is that, yep, it goes down, and where it stops, that's it. But if your guy's in the way... Oh, yeah, you got to fix it a little bit. So it knocks this guy out, and I believe in the old way, like if you got knocked out, you had to start all over again.
Yeah, and I think in this one you actually just have to either stand up where you're at, or you go to a cave opening. Yeah. I believe. But again, we're going to go over the rules and we're going to do a gameplay in another video. So other stuff that comes in the box is the instructions, obviously. So you're going to get, you know, it tells you all the components. It's going to tell you all the setup and everything and the rules for the game. And then you're also going to get a huge sheet of punch-out stuff, including the helicopter, which is where you start from the game. You start and then you go onto the helipad space, and you can't get back onto the helicopter until something is triggered in game.
There's a treasure barge, I believe.
Yeah. And you can see the components for the copter here. There's also this this section here gets set off to the side, and your Cataclysm cards get slotted in there, and that triggers certain things as you're going. So really cool. Components are really nice. It's much lighter than I would think, because they're really able to take a lot of this stuff and make it out of strong, lightweight material. The graphics look incredible.
Yeah, even the figures look, you know, great themselves.
Yep. I mean, each individual figure is very well done. They're each their own character.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in focus there, but
this game just looks like a lot of fun. And it doesn't, you know, we're almost done putting it together, which is nice. You just have to punch out a few things and put it together. So even initial setup probably won't take you that long.
Yeah, 20 minutes maybe to get all the setup done.
Yeah, and so it's not something, because I know a lot of games, especially you look at this big box and you think, oh my gosh, it's going to take me forever to punch everything out and get it ready. But this really doesn't look like a lot, and you know, it's a game that's sort of been rebooted, you know, from the 70s and 80s, and so they've really taken it in a much more modern direction, and I think they've really streamlined some stuff and also added a little bit of complexity to make it fun and to possibly extend the game and to cause more interactions between the players.
Yeah, so my big understanding is that just going for the big jewel on the top now, you've got postcards and little treasures all over the place, so you don't necessarily just have to go for the big jewel. Or maybe the game ends when somebody finally gets that one, but you know, all the other little tokens and things can give you a lot of points too, which is awesome.
So so this is what you're going to find in the box, and
got the deck of cards too. I don't know if we mentioned that, but
And so this really looks like a lot of fun. And if you haven't already, check out our playthrough of this game. And thanks for watching our unboxing video. So you guys have a good day.
You guys have a good one.